So, welcome. Is that how we start? Welcome to the first of Progression, what are we going to call it? Progression interview series. Here with the very talented Cover3 boys. Introduce yourselves.
I'm Oli.
Perfect, that'll do.
Yeah, and I'm Chris.
Oli and Chris, aka Cover3. So,
Sorry, did you want more than that?
no,
We're not really prepared.
No, neither have I. Completely off the cuff. So, this boy's going to be headlining for us tonight. So, we've got a couple of questions that came through via the Instagram from you guys. So, I'm going to kick off and say, tell us, and start with Oli, how did you get into DJing? What would be your biggest tips for a new DJ who wants to become someone as successful and talented as yourself?
Well, thank you very much, first of all. It is a good story, actually. It's kind of like the Karate Kid kind of style situation. Chris took me under his wing. So we moved in together, and basically, he took me under his wing, taught me how to DJ, because I think he just wanted somebody to basically do it with. He didn't want to fly solo. So we started mixing together. We started at the wonderful Euro bar in town, which is
that here in Oxford?
Yes, but it's not. It's been rebranded many times, and it's a lot nicer now. It used to be. So our first gigs would be with like water from some of the hotel rooms upstairs, like pouring down like near the equipment. But no, sorry, that's getting very distracted.
Yeah.
No, so that's what we got into.
Go on, similar story for you then. That's how it kicked off.
Yeah, but, well, I mean, I started I bought my first pair of decks about probably 9 years ago, something like that. It's something crazy. I feel really old when I say that.
What age were you?
I'm 24 now, so I bought them at 14. Yeah, 10 years ago. Yeah, like a long time ago. And I started off in my bedroom, and I was out traveling New Zealand. Became like really good mates with this amazing hip hop artist. Hip hop DJ.
Yeah.
And I then decided to mix house.
Good man. At least you didn't go into drum and bass or bass line.
Exactly. That's the main one.
So then, how did Cover3 come about? So obviously, you are a DJ duo, but then you've also gone into doing your own events.
Yep.
I want to hear about your festivals as well. So hit us off. Tell us a bit about that.
What about the Rubik's?
Tell us about Rubik's.
We started Rubik's probably about 4 years ago now. We both study here in Oxford, so we decided we got together with one of our friends Sam, and we just started putting on events. Oxford's a bit of a tough one to break through to if you haven't got your own event, so we just started doing that at the legendary Cellar.
Nice.
Many good nights there, and we just sort of started from there. Obviously got Rubik's, and then we managed to start getting some bookings. So I guess I'll go over to Oli for the bookings.
Go on, tell us about bookings.
Yeah, so I mean, we was quite funny. Our first Rubik's night was actually, and we based our whole thing around obviously putting on house events because that's what we wanted to do. Who was our first proper booking, Chris?
Oh mate, it was Gardner.
So it was Gardner. So it was
bass as well. Like.
It made no sense.
It made no sense. But we played house, didn't we? And then he's a drum and bass and jungle MC who we just had a good we had a link to. And that was massive. So at Cellar. So we've been really lucky to play at festivals. El Dorado was amazing. Truck.
Class.
I mean,
Spring Break Amsterdam.
I guess this could, Spring Break Amsterdam. And I think like that can tie in with our tip. Is just being persistent, because we emailed Will Weaver from the Weaver Bros who
take those DJs if you want to.
Yeah, exactly.
Will Weaver.
We'll put his email address in the comments. So we emailed him, and then we didn't get it the first year, didn't get it the second year, and just kept emailing and was like, "Yo, anything going this year?" Just sending mixes. Eventually he was like, "Yeah, cool." And then technically we've played there 4 years in a row. Well, we've been on the lineup 4 years in a row. Although the last 3 have been cancelled. Well, 2 have been cancelled by COVID, and we hope that the next one will happen.
I'm sure it will, and I'll definitely be along to that one as well.
Yes, please.
Was that where that video was from? I'm sure some of these guys have seen it. The one we posted on our Instagram.
Oh no, that was from Truck.
That was Truck.
Truck. Okay, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we're very lucky that summer before lockdown for COVID. We played Truck.
Speaking to the mic.
Speaking that, I'm only doing that to him, so I'm very sorry. We were lucky enough to play El Dorado and Truck in the same summer. So that was a good year. That was a good year.
So that leads me on to my next question. Favorite gig?
Oh God. Oh, that's a tough one, mate. Oli, have you got?
Go on, Oli.
So The truck one was pretty incredible because they're so good for different reasons. But I think going back to Cellar, like this is part like because we just have to always pay respects to Cellar because it was so good. You know, Oxford really lost like the kind of like beating heart of the underground music scene when Cellar went, and you know, like the reason they're probably our best because they were by no means were our biggest, but they were probably our first ones, and like we probably haven't played like in terms other than like the festival gigs, like the crowds that we had it there, like unbelievable, and we had a lot of people there as well, so that was amazing. Like
definitely. I would say that's very similar to us here at Progression. Both me, Bertie and Jonah as well, a bit of obviously the mic drop here, DJ'd across the world, but these are the ones that really make a difference with your mates, really compact, everyone knows each other, you know the sort of vibe, and you can just build on that every single week.
And that you've put a lot of effort into as well, like kind of making it happen. Like with your events, and that was like us with Cellar, wasn't it?
Yeah, totally. So we'll flip the script a little bit. What's your favourite gig?
Good question.
I'm a pretty good interviewer, you know.
Favourite gig? I would say probably, I shouldn't say this because we've moved into the back room, but this room right here, DJing right there, sweaty, people stood up on these, the camera can't see, but up on the sofas, literally hanging off the lights. We must have trashed the whole place, but we have far too many people in here.
All the best parties have too many people.
And Bert and I went back to back for the full 5 hours, and it was class. Just went through absolutely every single genre.
Mate, but we actually, so our friend Henry used to be assistant manager here. I remember him telling us, he told us about your first night and how you guys basically drank the whole place dry. It was like we actually need to order in more booze, which I don't think they've ever had before. So
that would have been Archie, Bertie's brother, bringing his siren sets to lockdown, who at one point, I'll probably have to censor this out because it'll put everyone off, but you had Archie in his underwear and nothing else on with a bottle of Buckfast, literally necking it, and pretty much most of his mates doing exactly the same thing. So that was the best gig. That was the best gig
for many reasons. For
many reasons. I think obviously seeing Archie in his briefs was the highlight.
Naturally.
But yeah, God, you've really thrown me off the script. Really.
Wait, there was a script.
yeah. So okay, let me come up with another question. I think you touched asked Oli a question for up-and-coming DJs, more specifically about mixing, very short in sort of 30 seconds. Touch on the tip about playing in key.
In the key, yeah. So, yes, some guy told us stories that just blew our minds. Essentially, like you're always going to have that moment when you're playing a song and you don't exactly know what to play next, and it just nothing quite springs to mind. So if you just sort by key, it's just a safe bet. Like songs that are in the same key or like similar keys, they just work better together, so you have a lot more kind of flexibility and a lot more room for error essentially, and you can just mesh them in 100%. And then the next one comes in and you can get creative with that one.
Perfect. Chris?
Yeah, so I mean, if you're really just starting out, what I'd say is pick maybe like 10 tunes that you really love, and just really focus on hammering them, getting to know them inside out. You always find like the best DJs who just know their tunes inside out. And you know, when you're staring at a library of like, you know, when you start maybe 100, 200 songs, it can be a bit overwhelming. Just focus on 10 and just make sure you smash them, and then you'll be sorted.
Class. Okay, well that leads me on to my last question of this interview. What are you going to be bringing tonight? What can we expect?
No, man, I mean, just typical Cover3 fashion. We can never make our mind up what we are, whether we're disco
After
house.
we were just saying, pick 10 tracks. Yeah.
That's the issue. I picked 10 of the completely different tracks. But we'll be definitely playing some bit of disco, house vibe. We might sneak into a bit of sort of dirty tech. So we'll see what happens.
Good man. Oli?
Yeah, so we've been lucky. We played a couple gigs recently that were completely different. So I think this is the perfect opportunity to mesh them. We had a disco house gig this weekend. We had definitely like a more of a tech house gig a few weeks ago. So both of those crates and they're ready to just be meshed together. So a combination of that, I think.
I'm buzzing. I can't wait
for it as well. Thanks so much for having us down.
Oli, thank you very much.
Chris, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Cover3. That's the first gig. Hope you first gig. Fucked it. That's the first interview series. Hope you enjoyed it. Class. Cheers.